Hey everybody, Cone Dodger here, back in Automation, the car company tycoon game, and today we're going to finish up the scenarios, the car scenarios that is. We've done all 8 of these, and all we have left is the iCar. But before we dive into that, I want to give you a little bit of an update on how the car tycoon challenge went. Alrighty, so we are looking at a PDF of the profits of everybody that entered into the Car Tycoon Challenge. You can see that we only had about a dozen entries that ended up not making a profit. Some of them pretty dramatically so. Yeah, what is that? Negative 718 million? That would hurt, but it does happen. Looking at you, Hugo. But then you look at the top here, and a $2.8 billion profit. So some people really figured out how to get a good profit on some cars with a very wide variety of car types. You look here, this is a very low production. It was like a super exotic car, and they made a ton of money, even though they sold very few. And then you got this one that sold 1,000,001 units and still made a bunch of money, and some that were in the middle. And then there's us. Our Cabaret had a 7.18 return on sales, made a profit of 142 million. We weren't terribly high up there, but we stayed out of the red. So for a first-time entry, I was quite pleased. Alrighty, there is your update on how the Tycoon Challenge went. Thanks again to Cooper for your help with that challenge. I look forward to doing it more in the future, and I look forward to that kind of gameplay being introduced into the main game. That's something that we are all anxiously waiting for. But in the meantime, we've got one last scenario to work through here, and this one is kind of something not in my book of knowledge. We are going to be building a modern, super fuel-efficient car. It is a new startup company trying to make waves in the new econo car market, and we're trying to also introduce it as a kind of non-boring econo car, but maybe only in design, because looking at these limitations, we do get super unleaded, which is cool, comfort more than 35, prestige more than 15, neither of those are particularly difficult, cooling capacity lower than 100. That's an interesting thing to aim for, and $9,500 in maximum total costs. Here's the specifications, the points payers. Tameness more than 62, it's particularly high. Sportiness more than 20, sort of high for this kind of car. Safety more than 30, should be easy. Economy more than 56. Reliability, that word, reliability, higher than 68. Alright. So, the year is 2014. Monocoque. Our cost is pretty low, 9,500, so I don't think we're going to be able to go super fancy with this stuff. We're going to put our money into an engine. So let's go with... Well, let's look through the options first. Let's see. Tooling cost is very high. Production units average. Weight is what I want to see. Average. First is high. Corrosive resistance is also high. Glued aluminum is super low, but you go to high and average. I'm going to try the glued aluminum at first. That may be something that's too expensive. We'll have to see in the future. It's going to be a front transverse setup. We'll go with the strut and torsion beam, double wishbone. That's extremely compact. It's average everywhere else. Low off-road. Off-road isn't important. Tameness is average. Tameness is high on the double wishbone, so let's go with that. We'll do front-wheel drive, and the body. Polymer's pretty tempting, and pretty common for econo cars, so gotta take that into consideration. Don't really see anything else that's sticking out as a... Well, that one's... Let's see, the production units are very high on a fiberglass body, so let's stick with polymer for now. You got 2 bodies to choose from. You got the 97.6 inch wheelbase one and the 98.4. This one's like a 4-door version, and comfort's an issue, so I'm going to go with that. Even though weight is also an issue, I think giving them... Oh, that one is a safety penalty. Wait. Let's see. Does this one? That one does as well. Oh, so we're using some old tech to get there, huh? Nice. I don't think it gives me any price penalty. Yeah, let's do that. I forget that the back arrow is over here. Let's go with this one. I think that's probably the wise choice. Okay, and we'll make it some kind of, I don't know, boring color. That's about as boring as it gets. And we have a lot of tech to use on the body. So let's do that since it's old school. I guess that safety penalty will kind of make that getting safety more than 30 a little bit more challenging. Let me deck this thing out, and I'll be right back. Oh, isn't she something? It's a little bit outside my normal design style. I've gone kind of freaky, futuristic looking, because that seems to be the theme of the car. And I've used a bunch of elements that I don't typically use, including the world's smallest tailpipe. So let's go ahead and use our quality here because I will forget in the future. And let's design an engine for this crazy thing that I have really no idea what I'm doing here. I just know that we don't have tons of money to work with, so don't go too crazy. It's probably going to be one of these crazy hyper small engines, so we'll say 1300cc sounds good. And we're going to use stuff that is high emissions reduction, or no, I would like, let me think here. Is emissions reduction really a thing? Not really. But I thought one of these also helped your economy. Maybe I'm wrong there. Yes, fuel efficiency on the low friction was high. So yeah, that's what I was thinking about. We'll go for dual cam, obviously, 4 pounds per cylinder, aluminum. We can go pretty high compression, kind of like a Skyactiv engine using that fancy super unleaded fuel. Pretty lame cam profile. We'll go for VVT, not VVL. We don't really need the performance upgrade. It doesn't need that fancy of a valve curve, I don't think. Is there something plain? Yeah, like that. And plain. And A. I think you could probably... Oh, they're kind of steering me that way, aren't they? Look at that. They gave me a 5 tech for turbo. Interesting. Interesting. That's so risky though, because I don't really trust the turbo tech in this game at the moment. So that's something I'll come back to if needed. We'll keep that in our bank, because I'd rather go for this direct injection. I think that's probably the safe bet. We get super unleaded. We can run really lean. And we'll give some timing for better economy. That rev up to about 7,000. We'll use this quality as well. Go for standard short cast, tubular if we need more flow. Let's see, I'm thinking about 110 horsepower. So we'll go for the 1.5. Emissions is not a concern, although it should be. Comfort is, so we will put a muffler on there. I don't remember who it was that gave me that tip. It may have been Cooper. Somebody down the line said, oh, by the way, loudness affects comfort, which makes sense. We'll do reverse though. We got quality on that as well. We'll use a little bit of it. Alright, let's see what our baseline's at. Had to turn my volume up, I couldn't hear it. I didn't know if it was running or not. So I'm way below what I was targeting. However, it's my assumption there's a lot left in it. Fuel octane 82. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot left in it. So that means we can go up on the compression even more. 11. And we can lead it out some more. We can take the timing all the way up. Let's quick test it. Okay, now up to 93 horsepower, and we're still way low. Our economy is dropping, which is nice to see. We'll go Super Sky Active style. We're up to 92, so we're getting there. We're not seeing huge increases in horsepower, but we're getting there on... Our economy is up to 31%, which is pretty darn impressive. Let's see. What could we do to improve some of that, though? I'd like to get at least over the 100 horsepower mark. Let's give it a little bit of cam profile back. See, that hurt our economy a hair, but it got us over the 100 horsepower mark, which I think is like bare minimum for this thing. And we can still throw some more compression at it to balance things out. 94, too high. Here we go, 93.2, so it's still too high. And that should do it. Okay, economy's back up to 31%, we're still over 100 horsepower, and reliability is super high. So let's go ahead and just keep moving on. We have sequential to choose from, but I don't think that's going to be the way to go. It's not going to be tame. Automatics are very tame. 6 speeds will get us our economy, or will help us, because I can put tons of overdrive in it. And we'll do some of this business to try and sporty it up a little. I'm going to move right through these. I'm going to go with hard. I'll stick with the 185s for now. We'll go pretty comfortable, but rather large. It's going to be a fairly heavy car. Oops, gotta choose that. 35. Try not to spend as much time in this first kind of preliminary build, because there's going to be so much tweaking involved anyway. I'm going to fully clad for the aero purposes. Our required cooling is only 82. Wow. I'll probably end up coming back to this though, because I feel like we're going to need more power. More power. 5 seats. Premium. What was the comfort? 35. Standard for now. Go for standard. 2000s on that. We will use our quality for that stuff. Power steering, ABS, electric stability, and traction control. It's so cheap, and it will help, so let's use it. We have a lot of quality to use on those. Or did we? No. Only 2. It lied. It was a liar. And we'll go premium to see where we stand on safety. We'll go for comfort on this. That all looks good. We have 2 quality to use there. Alright. I'm predicting we missed... I don't know. Oh, it's less than 100. I thought it was 200. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, we weren't. Okay, so we got to get comfortable. We need less cooling capacity. We need a little bit more sportiness, huh? Okay, we need a lot more sportiness. That's gonna be fun. Not really. And safety is almost there. I is confused. Cooling 87. Required cooling 82. Lower than 100, and yet it's not working. Very strange. I don't know what it means by less than 100 then. Well, let's go back to the platform and the fixtures. Let's, I guess, reduce this until it's less than 100 on this one. That's the only thing that would make sense. Okay, that should be good. Let's go back to trim. Okay, so now it's at 98.9. And that did it. Okay. That's a little confusing, but I guess it wasn't terribly difficult to figure out. Now I need more comfort, sportiness, and safety. So let's see, what would make it more comfortable, sporty, and safe? That would be, in my opinion, better brakes is the first thing that came to mind. So let's go to the test track. Let's look at our braking. 129. feet, I guess, and 4 inches. Those are backwards. That should be a, that should be the apostrophe, that should be the quote. Whatever. 129 feet. Yeah, that's not great. So, let's go for 2 pistons in the front. Let's increase our disc size all the way up. It's a super front-heavy car, so I expect these to be offset. Let's see what that did for us. We came up on everything, but let's see what the actual braking says. Still 129, it's still kind of bad. Could be these tires. Let's go down to the medium compounds and see what that does. That should help a lot. Did come up to 1212. Small impact on comfort. Not worried about it. Test track. 122 feet. That's where the braking issues were. Don't think I'm going to get much more out of it, but we'll see. Okay, I absolutely hate this scenario. I hate economy cars. I hate anything that makes me make a car that is anything resembling sporty and gets 56 miles per gallon. I hate 4 cylinders. I never want to see another economy car in my life. But I've gotten this one to get bronze. As you can tell, I had to delete my pretty little card because I, for whatever reason, needed to use this body to make it work. I don't know what else to do to get silver, but I have to get silver because I have silver in all the other ones, and I don't want to stop getting silver now. So I'm going to sit here and rage for the next hour until I get silver. And when I do, I'll come back to you. Okay, well, I have now regained my nerve. I have taken a deep breath and have spent the last hour and a half working on this car. This is now going to be a tour of a silver medal car. I could not keep my concentration to do a Let's Play while doing the scenario because it's freaking insane. It's it's insane. That's where I'm gonna leave it. Okay, it's monocoque chassis, glued aluminum, front transverse, double wishbone, front wheel drive, polymer body. Headlights. It's got a grill. It's a car. Trust me. No quality there. Engine. Inline 4 aluminum. It is 1393 cc. Low friction cast. Overhead cam. 4 valves per cylinder. Aluminum. 10.6. 41. No VT. No VL. Non-turbo. I did try it. It did not work. It failed miserably. Injection. Multi-point EFI. Ditched the direct injection. Single point. Or single intake. Performance intake. 93.1 because that's what it needs. 15.0 fuel mixture, 81 timing, 6600 RPM limit. Short cast, pretty much the same through here. It makes 90 horsepower. It has a 33.32% economy. That took forever to get to, and has a 74.3 reliability. Moving on. This is where it gets weird. Automatic transmission, torque converter, 5-speed ratio, 34 spacing, 242 mile/hour top speed. Trust me, it does not go that fast. This is super hyper econo double overdrive transmission technology. Patented by me. Medium compound road. Didn't do too much here. Brakes went down to 1 pistons to save money, and somehow help the sportiness. Fully clad is what we stuck with a little bit of quality. Seats, down to this body because I could choose 4 seats, which gave us more room, which gave us more comfort. Full insulation, and pretty much the same stuff as we had through here. Suspension, it's weird. It's kind of like a cross between sport and comfort. It's kind of middle of the road. Let's go to the test track so you can see the yaw rate. Finally, I was having it oversteer like crazy for the longest time. Finally got it to understeer while having excellent sportiness and pretty excellent tameness. Braking, we got down to 119, which isn't awesome. 0 to 60 in 14.5. Actual top speed, 121.9, which is normal, I suppose. Detail stats, 74 tameness, 20.5 sportiness, 35.5 comfort, 17.2 prestige, and 33.8 safety. Anything really standing out here? We have no brake fade. Okay. Gearbox penalty on sportiness, 11.2%. Can't imagine why. No, don't really see anything else that's jumping out too crazy here. So, what do we get? Right on 1120. How did I do it? Mostly through this number right here, 67.6 miles per gallon. We only needed 56. That's an extremely high points paying total. Used pretty much every dollar I had available, 94.95 out of 9,500. Okay, this scenario is complete. All of the scenarios are complete with silver medals. This one, though, I don't ever want to see again. But thanks as always for watching. Next time we're going to start something new. No more doing just scenarios. We're going to go back into the stuff I really truly enjoy and have a passion for, and that is doing my own creative kind of scenarios, but own creative company builds. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.